Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. Sorry about the delay there, my mother wanted to talk to me about her life. Uh, So, oh goodness, people are wanting to talk now. Why now? I started early just to avoid this. Now everyone's just like, I must now converse. Like, why? So, yes, we are doing an early stream today. For two reasons. One, I want to get things done, and two, I have a game tonight. And I'm very excited about that game because it's been pretty fun so far. Ooh. But what have we been working on since last Wednesday? Well, two more classes have been put into the sadness bin of exile. And if we go here, I can put Sage in there as well. So Huntsman and Sage were done. So if we go to skill trees, we go to Huntsman. The Huntsman was kind of a weird one because he doesn't need any abilities really to do his job excessively well. So what I did is I gave him a lot of his main tree here, his hunter tree, gives him things like crippling attacks, triple arrows, and a big headshot. Well, his survivalist is his support tree, but he also gets a lot of things just to help himself. While finally his bounty hunter one, he's the only class so far who has the leap ability, which allows him to leap over obstacles. There we go. Then he gets things like pinpoint accuracy. Overall, the bounty hunter's main thing is to be very mobile, and he's supposed to deal damage to enemies. He only has about 20 health overall, but he has to use that 20 health, and he's able to do a lot of damage, and he's able to stay back. But that's also kind of his big issue, is that he needs to kind of protect himself as well as do damage to his enemies. But he also gets a lot of abilities and a lot of abilities and a lot of moves to help him either get into the fight or get out of a fight. Contrasting the Sage. Now, the Sage was very weird because I had no idea what the hell I wanted to do with them. But what I ended up doing was making them a psychic. So their main thing is akin to the Earthbinder, is that they have different basic attacks, pretty much. So they have psionic healing, which pretty much allows them to make an attack against an ally to heal them slightly. They have psionic bolts, which is their kind of the base, which is their base attack. Arcana +1 damage with a range of 3. That doesn't seem very impactful until you kind of realize that they have pretty high. I believe their I think they are maxed on Arcana, if I recall correctly. Yes, they are maxed on Arcana, and their secondary is Might, which leads to their second kind of third actually attack change, which is Psysword. Pretty much gives them a big melee attack that does Arcana plus Might damage. It does 10 damage. However, they have 15 health. Like, they have very little health, comparatively speaking, and not a lot of armor until they go up to a little bit deeper in the Cyanite category. Their final basic ability that they have is Mind Burner, which distills Arcana damage with range 3, however you inflict burning. The idea behind the Sage is to be adaptable, but also really upfront. You can't really hang back with the Sage until you get things like, where is it? Until you get both of your third eyes, and overall, the third eyes are right here as rank 1 of their Cyanite, and I believe they also have one somewhere else. But like, they do not actually have very many, a lot of range to work with. And so they're all about setting up. Their actual like support tree only really goes ham up to when you hit multi-mind healing. But even then, like, they are not, what they do well, they could do very well, but they can't do everything. Like, that's their biggest issue. you know, mind burner, brain freeze, head explosion. They're able to do a lot of little stuff, but not that much. So today, our two that we have to do is the Beast Shifter and the Stormcaller. You may be wondering, Notepad, what the fuck is the Beast Shifter? It is the Beast Master. However, as a fellow man in the good old consortium pointed out, Beastmaster sounds like a master of beasts, not a shapeshifter, and I'm thinking about making the Beastmaster a shapeshifter, effectively. Give them a little bit more moves and tools to work with, rather than having to rely on summons, because summons in this game is going to, drumroll please, break the entire fucking action point economy, which is bad. It's really bad, like uber duper bad. So that's kind of my goal there, to avoid that. Oh geez. I also shifted some things around. Let's see, which ones did I end up shifting? Flameweaver got their Arcana shifted with their Might, so they do a little bit more damage. Priest got their Perception shifted with Arcana. I believe... What's the other one that got shifted around? Scoundrel, I believe, got mixed around with their Perception as well. But, oh yeah, and Stormcaller got their Arcana above their Perception. Everything is still 3s. This is not fun. not fun in the goddamn slightest. And this did mean that some starting APs, that AP and such, did get changed around. But that's kind of on purpose. Overall, things should be a little bit more balanced. The only other problem child is the Huntsman, as the Huntsman has a lot of AP and a lot of AP regen. But that is kind of a universal fact of life. I've realized that if you have good AP regen, you're going to have good AP. Which, is that exactly what I want? Absolutely not, but this is what we have to deal with. Alright, choo-choo. Alright, let's do... We'll do the Beast Shifter first. We want to go to class abilities. I actually worked a little bit on them previously, and it's not great. So what we're going to do is Arthurian Tree, Barrel Tree, and finally our... What would be a good mix of tank controller and nature themed? We call it the Druid Tree. Alright. So just overall Arthurian Tree, making themselves tougher. Controlling and moving enemies. And our final one is supporty tanks. Tanking. Because unfortunately, our boy here, the Beast Shifter, does not actually have that much in the terms of health, I believe. No, they have 20 plus. Yeah, they have 35 health. They're a little bit lower than the Templar or Warrior. I also realize they have Perception max. Why do they have Perception? No, don't think about it, Notepad. The more you think about it, the more it hurts. But... Darien or Ferd. And now we have to work with our 2 base abilities. What's our 2 base abilities going to be? We can probably do, We'll do Howl at the Moon. All enemies adjacent to them must attack them. At least once this turn, it's going to be a 2 AP move. I need another we can probably give them another combat one, which can probably not going to do like a. We could probably give them. Power sweat. Oh, swipes with their spear in a straight in front of them. Dealing melee damage. If struck, the target is stunned. Actually, the target has stun 1. Very basic little stun. Yeah, Howl at the Moon, their taunt, and Power Swipe is going to be their kind of. So now we need to do variant partial shift. Partially into their Therian form, gaining plus 10 HP. Actually, we can do plus 10 temporary HP. And plus 2 damage to their attacks. They can still use all abilities. And that's going to be a 4 AP, which we're going to do a full shift. Therian form, gaining plus 20 temporary HP. And plus 4 damage to their attacks. I fucking hate all of this. Fuck. Oh god, I hate it. Why did I want to do this? Nope. Okay, gotta change it around. So let's consult Abomination. Yeah, he's based partially on the Abomination more than anything. So the Abomination's main thing is that he's shifting back and forth between his... So let's do... called Therianthrope. Beast Shifter. And gaining plus 10 temporary HP. Getting plus 10 temporary HP and dealing plus 3 and dealing might plus 4 damage as their basic attack. We'll call it a 4 AP. So if we do this, the idea being that you morph into it, you get a bit of temporary HP. We'll put a comma there and plus 2 physical armor. Might plus 4. And then we give the Therian more, and then let's see, quickly pounce. Pounces on you, ooh woo. Pounces on an enemy. Jumping up to 2 tiles away. Deal a basic melee attack. Call it 2. We'll call it actually 3 AP. Negative 1 AP if in Therian. Actually, 3 AP in human form, 2 AP in Therian form. Therianthrope form. I'll call it the jugular. I am Wolfman. I am a werewolf. I do werewolf things for werewolf reasons. So, I'm pouncing on you. I'm going to jump quickly to you, make a bait. So it allows you to quickly reposition yourself. That pretty much allows you to do a 2 AP basic attack, but you'll be able to jump over tiles. So it's this boom, 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 boom. Make you really scary to deal with. And if we are... we can probably do some... I'm not going to put bleed on. But what I will do is... put gore. Might plus 4 damage. If successful, inflict bleed 2. If the beast shifter is in Therian's form, they deal might plus 6 damage instead. That's going to be 4 AP in human form, 3 AP in Therianthrope form. Their entire thing is just going to be buffing their health up. They're not going to have like any armor, but they're just going to have a shit ton. They're going to be just a slice of meat you have to cut through. So let's do their second. So let's see. We got a big Therian. We got pretty much big werewolf man. Now, if I want to be really goddamn lazy, I give them 3 of the exact same ability, allow them to take different things. Allow them to transform into different animals. Just 3 times for 3 different animals. Let's see. Let's ask the consortium. Question to the masses. If you were playing a character. Three similar a bit. 3. No. Wait, I know what I can do. We can do a poisonous animal because they're secondary support, I believe, right? No, it's controller. All right, so yeah, let's do poisonous animal. Shift. Actually. We'll do ground transformation. Morphs into a land animal. Creature grants +5 temporary HP. And all attacks. And all basic melee attacks will either do bleed 1, poison 1, or stun 1. We'll call that's going to be their next big. It's going to be 4 AP. Their second one's going to be flying transformation. The beast shifter morphs into a flying animal. The creature is considered to be flying. All basic melee attacks will either do bleed 2, stun 1, or atrophy 1. And then our final, oh, I know, Chimera Dreamers. Chimera Dreamer. Into a horror. Amalgam. Creatures. Gaining +10 temporary HP. Melee. Oh wait. Well, no. What we can do is supernatural. No, monstrous transformation. formation. Into a monstrous creature. Monstrous creature. They all basic melee. The creature grants plus 10 temporary HP, and all basic melee attacks will either inflict burn 1, chill 1, or shock 1. That's also going to cost 4 AP. 4 AP. What I'll probably have to do is after this stream, I will go through and just double check everything more than anything. So, how much does it take to morph into a Therian? 4 AP, yeah. And our druid one, we're gonna do entangling roots. Calls forth wild allies to entangle enemies within sight. Entangle an enemy, a target. Entangle a target within sight. They are considered to be crippled. It's going to cost 3 AP. So let's see, we can do Soul Grab is going to be a big one. And probably Wild Regrowth. Giving Arcana minus 3 damage, but reducing all physical armor by half, rounding up. That's going to be 3 AP. Around. Druid pulls the target closer to them. So, Soul Grab. Moves any target within sight. 1 tile, their choice. Actually, within sight, 2 tiles closer to them. That's going to cost 2 AP and Wild Regrowth. The Beast Shifter. Inflicts atrophy on themselves for a round, but heals 50% of their. But heals. Well, vitality. Their vitality is. That's 15. No, that's 20 health. No. but heals Arcana HP on themselves. Start of their next turn, and this is going to be 3 AP to use. Actually, we'll call it 4 Arcana plus 5 HP. There we go. So Wild Regrowth is going to go up here. Soul Grab will probably go a little bit lower, and Corrosive Spit will go right here. Awesome. All right, we've got all these trees. The fuck? What kind of magical realm are these people talking about? Why am I in this chat? Why do people... Oh, no, please, begone. Begone with your bullshit. Let's check. No. Huh. Alright. Whatever. Alright, so Therian, our Therian tree. So we're going to do our base abilities over here first. So what we're going to do is we'll call it Animal Fury. We'll call it a Badger Fighter. Actually, we can call it Mongoose Fighting. Actually, Mongoose Fighting. We can probably put barrels. So the Beast Shifter ignores all poison damage. That feral. I need to do the ability specific ones immediately. Right, one that. Let's see. So. The Beast Shifter. +2 HP when they use any Beast Shifter ability. Fight or flight. Shifter's instincts kick into gear. When they use any Beast Shifter ability, they may move 1 tile closer or further away from any enemy from a target. That's we can probably put that somewhere else, but let's see, Isakadu, which is actually Finnish, fun fact. Isakadu. Isakadu. The barrel. The protection from the Beast Shifter radiates from them. Any any beast shifter. Shift grants all allies +1 physical armor. And we're going to need another defensive one. We're going to give them some physical armor. Actually, no. Beast shifter shifts. Any beast shifter ability grants them +1 physical armor. Physical protection, I mean. And be the beast. The beast shifter's natural affinity. Or actually, no, what we'll do is Soul of the Beast. The beast shifter reduces the cost of any beast shifter ability if they are in Therian form. So we want to put regrowth. We're going to put regrowth on 2. Put Isakadhu on. Yeah, we can put Isakadhu there, and then we'll put Soul of the Beast right up here. Actually, we'll put Isakadhu here because you're already going to have pretty damn good. So any beast shifter ability by 1 if they are the AP cost of any beast shifter ability if they are within Therian form. So yeah, reduces by 1. So the idea being, go to Isaka. So at rank 3, you're going to have a lot of physical armor, but you're already going to have a shit ton of physical armor naturally. Regrowth is you're going to get some pretty natural HP gain. Soul of the Beast is you're going to be able to, if you shift into Therian, you're going to be able to shift into either you're going to be able to shift into other forms easier, or you're going to be able to, use your abilities easier. Geez. Okay, so if we do it as a... That's kind of a question. Do we want the beast shifter to ever not be shifted? I say no. We always want them to be shifted into something. However, it's that... But it's kind of a back and forth because you have some things like if you're shifted in the Therian, you are going to lose your Arcana bonus. What's their might at? They're going to do 5 damage, but normally they're only going to be doing 2. So yeah, that actually works if I do that, because I shifted might up by 1. So Pounce is going to be able to, yeah. Which will probably in Druid give them over here some sample ones, which actually reminds me what I should do. Guess what time it is? It's me going back through and seeing what I can find. No. Let's see, Earthbinder. We give them The content's 2 HP. So they're only going to be restoring about 7. They're going to restore about 2 times. They're going to restore about 6 health when they get low, but they only have about 20 health. Like, they don't actually have that much health. Have any? We can give them probably one with Carnage in their Therian form. Or do we put it here? No, we'll put it right here. One with Carnage. Calling you natural body, the beast shifter. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna go through and see what I can find to just put it elsewhere, because outside of that I'm gonna have to just do them all by hand. You need a level 1. Do I have a good one? I know what I can give them right here. Savage. Beast Shiver never relents on the attack. They gain +2 damage for every subsequent melee attack. Every subsequent basic melee attack on a target. Which means I actually need to tone you down, because right now you're doing 5. Let's make you 4. So it's going to be 4, 6, 8, 10. So yeah, they can do some pretty good one. To field the questions currently, and they're from Toast. Who doesn't Eraserhead wear goggles with saline solution in them? 2, he doesn't actually wear contacts. From the magical world of My Hero Academia, he doesn't wear contacts, and just dumping saline solution in your eyes is a very bad way to actually fuck your eyes up. Because it is literally this saline. That's all it is. Deeper lore, Bionicle, or He-Man? I do not know. Because I'm going to speak some fucking heresy here. I never really got into Bionicle's lore. Never really was in it. Also never was really a big He-Man lore guy. I knew little weirder bits and pieces of lore from both, but I don't really know. I know people like Bionicle a lot. Toast, you keep saying this like it makes sense, but have you ever wore goggles with water in them? That's what it would be like 24/7. You won't be able to see, and it'll burn. Ta-da! Okay. Oh, goodness. He's got a pH matched to a person. mean, I guess, but you're doing that. This seems like a lot of work to do something that's kind of pointless. Oh boy, my literacy is very bad. Is bad. Taught off day. Toff day. I like Toff day. I literally know an Eastern European watches these streams every now and again, and they're not this bad. That's a big oof from me, matey. I know 2 Eastern Europeans. It's a big oof from me, matey. So let's see. So we put that right there. So Therian is done. Feral needs some now. So I think the obvious one is shifting focus. Changing. Molding their body. They reduce the AP cost of using a shift ability by 1. So we're going to put that 2 actually. So because we want them to kind of pay it. Do I think Winnie the Pooh is just a big hallucination from Christopher Robin? No. Here, give me 1 second. I need to get banned off Twitch real fast. Come on. No, it's here. I don't know why I decided to get this image, but I saved it from the Merchants Guild. Where are you? Famous individual. You in my videos? How would you be in my video? Well, I guess it is a video, technically. Wait a second. That means I'm going to change the source. No! I don't need an image. Remove. Yes, I need a video source. Media source. Local file. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here. I saved it for this exact reason. Where are you?
Oh, yes, I'm rumbly in my tumbly. Time for something sweet. I am short,
the audio isn't playing.
proud of
despair.
Oh, yes, I'm rumbly in my tumbly.
There we go.
Time for something sweet.
So do I think Winnie the Pooh is a hallucination of
proud of that, and so with all my might.
That's kind of silly. Have you not seen Kingdom Hearts lore?
Appetite's
Good God, Winnie the
delight.
Pooh is
While I
effectively a demigod in that
down,
world.
touch the ground, I think of things to chew, like honey and milk and chocolate. With a hefty, happy appetite, I'm a hefty, happy Pooh.
With a hefty, happy appetite, he's a hefty, happy.
Famous President Xi Jinping. Is this the darkest dungeon hack? No, this is Dungeon Tactics, otherwise known as Notepad loses fucking mind over a goddamn diceless game. And you are correct, Salmon. I no longer have any social credit. Though one day I do actually really want to see if I can't write a tabletop RPG that appeals to every single one of the CCP guidelines. Just to say I did more than anything. Submit it to my local, Chinese embassy. Traded in them for a CCP flag. PRC flag. It's Chinese censorship laws are kind of weird in a couple places. And not even like, Lamau, China, but more like there's just a lot of stuff that go around with it. We'll do Ladies Explosion. Natural shoving. Actually, explosion of the shows all targets back from them when they shift to any new form. Pretty much like this. One of the things with CCP guidelines is that it's schizophrenic and it makes no sense. Because you get things that, by all accounts, shouldn't be approved, get approved, and then you get things that should be approved, not approved. It's literally just random. It's anarchy. But I want to do everything in my power to see if I can't, maximize my chances to do it. Just to say I did more than anything. Let's see, we want to do... Power shift. Actually, we'll call it dire transformation. The beast shifter increases the duration of all status ailments caused by their transformations to increase by 1. Put mongoose fighting there actually, and so what I can do is on this side I can put let's not call it dire transformation, let's call it enhanced transformation, and then we can put dire form. Is able to create larger, more impressive forms. All transformations gain +5 temporary health. Probably put dire form over there as well. So we got 2 dire forms, and we need 1 tier 3, 1 more tier 3, and then 3 other abilities, and then this is done. So what I'm going to do probably is let's natural connection. Keep sure footing. Power on. Shifter gains +1 AP regen. Yep, just flat +1. So they're gonna have to be moving around a lot. So now we need we'll call it conversion. Wait, hibernation. The beast shifter can collect their thoughts and energy to themselves. At the start of the next turn, any unspent AP is converted. Start of the next turn, the beast shifter gains any leftover AP as HP. So it's going to encourage that they're going to get a flat. They're going to get a flat amount of just constant healing, which since they're not going to get a lot of armor, that might be probably their best bet of getting some natural healing later on. All right, time to do 3 things over here. Oh boy. We'll probably give them an AP increaser, so spiritual connection. The spirits of the land. Any beast shifter ability. Use grants +1 AP regen. What's some other good abilities that we can do? What would be a good one? Does the warrior got some? Let's give them Juggernaut. Because I'm kinda... need one more ability. One more. So, spiritual connection will probably go on 2. Juggernaut. We'll give Juggernaut to 1. So we'll give it the... There we go. We'll give... Bestial Advance. And we need a number. We need a 3. So let's see. We've got... Corrosive Spit. So the Druid Tree allows them to do a bunch of little stuff. We got some shifts around. We've got... Of course, the big Therian. We can probably give them something like Mind and Body. The Beast Shifter gains a +2 to all damage whenever it actually... Yeah, no, actually, the Beast Shifter gains a +2 to all damage anytime they shift into a new form. Yeah, it's not exactly revolutionary, but it'll work. Alright. The Beast Shifter is done. Yay, the Beast Shifter I no longer have to fucking think about. One more, everyone. We have one more to do, and it's the Stormcaller. Yeah! I don't think you quite understand how tiring this is. Like, this is so fatiguing to do. That's why I started early, and even that took me about an hour. Because you just gotta go through everything. And the worst part is, after this, what I get to do is do the exact... I get to go through every single one of these. Double check all of the wording and make sure all the little points I made in it are accounted for. That's going to be the part that's going to kill me. So let's see. So for Stormcaller, our... What do we have there? Stormcaller, Arcana, Perception, Might, Vitality. So they only have 10... I think they only have 15 HP. So yeah, they're pretty damn weak. And but their Perception is fairly high. They've got a 9-tile radius of sight. They do have some decent armor. They do might +1 damage, so they have might 3, so they're going to be doing 3 damage with their staff. Alright, what we're going to do, static charge for their basic, one of their basic abilities. Actually, they're a controller. Controller support. Okay then. Alrighty then. Alright. I gotta remember that they're controller support, so... The abilities aren't the hard part, it's the fucking passives that kill me. So they're going to have pretty decent all-around abilities. Pretty good AP start, pretty good. Static charge. The Storecaller charges their staff. The next basic melee attack performed inflicts the shock one. One condition. Dash 1 AP. Because you just put that on, you static charge your staff. I gave them a little bit heavier armor, so they're a little bit more insulated from things, because they only have about 20 health. No, they only have 15 health. They're actually one of the weaker classes, aren't they? So... oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, wait, I know. We'll give them... Zap. With a Arcana. Arcana damage light. Arcana with an Arcana damage attack. Dealing lightning damage. If successful, the target has shock 1. We'll give that as a 3 AP, 2 AP. I am in hell. Oh yeah, I should also mention, if you guys ever have any ability or ideas, tell me, please. I'm begging you. Oh god, this is awful. Let's see. So they're controller support. So static charge, zap. Their big thing is going to be we'll call it the Storm Seer Tree. Lightning Rod Tree. What, Zap to the Extreme Tree? Electrical Wizard. Electrical Wizard, wait, what? Text Arcana. What would that be? Cryoman. Okay, Cryomancer, Lightning Wizard. We'll call it a Thunderclapper. The Thunderclapper tree, which sounds vaguely sexual, but all right, we'll work with it. So the storms here, this is going to be their support tree. Their main thing is controller. So what we're going to do is a lightning bolt, chain lightning, and thunderhammer. Call it Thunderstrike. So our second tree, our lightning rod, this is going to be the support tree. What does a lightning wizard do to help their allies? Is that really extreme? What does a lightning wizard do? Outside, blast people into oblivion. That's a good one. Haste and blur. I need 9. Maybe hasting, blurring. Solar flare might not be a terrible idea. I don't have the blind condition. Yeah, I can work with that. All right. So we're going to put in shock and awe, haste, blurred strikes, and our final one, the Thunderclapper. I think this is going to be they're up there and fighting a little bit more. So we're going to do shock tactics. Ride lightning. Actually, what I can do is we can put call it rainwater. Ride lightning for a big movement ability. What's our big final ability for them? What the fucking Kaioken. What would be a good one? Okay, so call it Thunderclap here and change this to Storm type. Tornadoes. Well, yeah, we'll call it a hurricane. Alright, so Let's go over to Storm Seer. What I can actually, let's move Lightning Bolt here, and then move Rainwater here. So, Ride Lightning, Shock, and Awe. Okay. What does Rainwater do? So, Spirits of cause forth the rain and drenches all targets within a 3x3 area. Calls forth and designates a tile within sight. All targets within a 3x3 area are covered in water. All effects. Actually, it would be chill and shock effects. Last twice as long. And deal +2 damage. So that's going to be a 3 AP move. That's kind of your setup ability. You're also covering an entire area in water, which is useful in itself. Chain Lightning, Storm Color, designates, chooses a target, and makes a Arcana -2 attack. If successful, the attack will bounce from the main target to 2 additional targets of the Stormcaller's choice, dealing damage and applying shock. That applies shock 1, applying shock 1. And that's going to be your 4 AP move, because that can do quite a bit of damage. And we're actually going to bump it up to just Arcana. So they're going to be doing 4, I believe, right? 4 or 6. 6. So they can potentially do 18 damage in one turn, which is pretty damn high. But the idea is that they kind of have to set it up. And the thing is, this is indiscriminate as well. Attacks will bounce from the main target to 2 additional targets of the Stormcaller's choice. So if you chain lightning one person and you jump to another, and the only other option that you have is an ally, you have to hit the ally as well. And finally, Hurricane. Designates a tile. Designates a tile, and all targets within a 5x5 radius are pulled towards the center, designates tile, and all targets within a 5x5 radius are pulled towards the tile. So that everyone's kind of, this lasts 2 turns. If targets collide, they each deal size +1 physical damage to each other, to one another. So minimum, you're going to be doing 3 damage to each other as you just slam into one another. So base 2 human enemies are going to do about 3. Goblins are going to do like 2 damage to one another. Like if 2 ogres slam into each other, they're going to be doing pretty big damage to each other because it's 2 ogres slamming into one another. So that's going to be another 4 AP one. So yeah, the Stormcaller's all about, I think I'm going to make the Stormcaller all about setups and payoffs. That you kind of got to get them into a right position, and once you do that, you're good. So the lightning rod. Shock and awe. Let's out a shocking wave from them. Dealing Arcana -2 damage. All targets affected take the have shock 1 applied. Then haste. The spirits of they choose the allied target. Gain haste 2. Blurred strikes. Light and wind. Assist their allies. A allied target. And they gain a +2 damage to all of their basic melee / ranged attacks. Actually, that's pretty late. We're probably going to make that a +4 instead. So the haste is going to be 3 AP. Shock and awe is going to be your safety one, which is going to be 2 AP. We're actually going to bump the damage down even further. Blurred strikes are going to be your 3 AP ability as well. So we're going to put shock and awe. Feeling that's tier 2 because that's going to be kind of your defensive ability. Haste is your bread and butter, and blurred strikes right there. I do not want to put in anything like a teleport. I've been attempting to avoid teleports this entire goddamn time because you put in one teleport and then suddenly when it comes to action economy, that is incredibly Hello, phone. And then the thunderclapper tree. I did not mean to open up theme. Stop it. Stop it in the name of God. So our lightning bolt, the Arcana damage. Thistle. The target has shock. Shock 2. Has shock 2 applied. 3 AP. Nice and easy. And then number 2, the Stormcaller. The Stormcaller quickly moves themselves up to 5 tiles in any direction. In a straight line. Stormcaller quickly moves themselves up to 5 tiles in a straight line in any direction. And finally, Thunderclap strikes. Behind them, they deal Arcana Arcana plus might plus 1 damage. They deal an additional Arcana damage with their basic melee attack. And that's going to cost them 1 AP to actually apply. So, Lightning Bolt is going to go on. We'll put Lightning Bolt on 2. We'll put Ride the Lightning on 1, because we want to give them a little bit of mobility, because they're not very strong. And Thunderclap's going to be their 3. Thunderclap, I want to be their... I can finish someone off real quick. I'm going to go run up to someone and bonk them over the head. Alright then. Now we get to do passives. Yay! Passives are fun, everyone. Let's see what I can just shamelessly take. We can probably add in this. We can probably add a version of Burning Veins in. Probably add in you as well. Do you have anything for the Frost Lord? The Frost Lord's basic melee attack and target an enemy 2 tiles away with uninterrupted line of sight. We can probably add a version of this in for the staff. Alright, so gives us a few things to work with. So what we will do... called Lightning Soul. The Storm Caller may push in either 2 HP for plus 1 damage. The Storm be silenced. They regain Arcana plus 2 HP when they release half HP. All adjacent targets inflicted with the Shock 1 condition. Zap. Lightning. Crackling the straining. Oh, God. Back. Don't do that to me. No, not like this. Not today. Not today, Satan. Alright. So, Lightning Soul. We want to probably put you in... Probably put you in Thunderclapper. Thunder in the Heart. Obviously, we probably want to put that in Lightning Rod. Crackling, that's going to be a pretty essential one, so we want to put that in. I think I'll put that right. And Staff Training. Put that in support. Actually, we can put that, instead of there, we can put it right here. Alright, so I only need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more. Yay! Yay. Okay, so give me one moment. I turned my light on because it was getting dark in my room. So, Sage, do we have anything in Sage? Please, something. Nothing. Actually, so we can, we'll call it Conductor. Gains +2 damage. Ever they are standing in electrified. Standing in or adjacent to an electrified surface, cloud, or liquid. Oh, no. Pad, don't get distracted. Why am I getting distracted? Because I don't want to do anything other than this. Because the worst part is I know this is easy straight after this. Like, it's pretty much done after we get done with these. But that's going to be a long way to Paradiso. Okay, so we want to do something with, like, Storm. Wind at the back. Actually, I'll call it Tailwind. An allied target. Stormcaller is able to move an allied target adjacent to them. When with them during the movement action. So the idea is that you're pretty much grabbing someone and just able to drag them along with you. And then if we combine that with... we need another support ability. Oh, we'll call it energy absorption. That's perfect. Absorption. The Stormcaller devours the elements. If an ally with it within sight has the burning... oh, hello, phone. Give me a moment, everyone. Hi everyone, I'm back. My mom called and she wanted to tell me she's getting a tattoo tomorrow, I think. I don't know why. All right, so where were we? All right, we were so I put in energy absorption right here. Pretty much the idea is that you devour elements, an ally within sight has burning, chilled, or shocked. They remove the condition and the Stormcaller heals 3. So they're pretty much like a stand there and be able to eat things, which are good. And I'm going to give them another. We'll give them zap to the extreme. The Stormcaller. Master the art of the electrical current. So actually, any Stormcaller ability affects 2 targets within sight. Put that right there. Lightning rod, and we'll actually put energized. Energizes. Any Stormcaller ability. Actually, any Stormcaller abilities grant adjacent allies a +2 to their magical armor. Put you right there, and then we're going to put another staff tech. Caller has mastered their lightning rod staff. It gains they gain +2 damage to their basic melee attack. Staff techniques, and then we're gonna put that right there to pair with Thunderclap. Okay, I need one more. Probably will do something. What's their AP regen? Stormcaller, it has insane AP regen, but what I can do probably is we're gonna call it share the burden. Actually, recharge. Heat of the battle. A Stormcaller can transfer any number of AP they have available to an adjacent ally. And that's very powerful, so I'm going to be putting it right there. Probably do something like that. There we go. So Thunder to the Heart, so they can't die as easily. They go in the Tailwind and then have energy absorption. And then we have Crackling into Recharge into Conductor. Conductor is very useful because you want to be shocking things. Staff Training, Lightning Soul into Staff Techniques. Alright, now we get to do their ability augments. So, what's going to be their first big ability augment that they get? I'm going to call this, Soothing Waters. These. To their allies. The The rainwater ability counts as being blessed to all allies, healing them. Any Stormcaller ability now applies the wet condition. Wet one condition. Actually, no. I know that's a specific one, but it's also very much tied and thematic for the Stormcaller to have that, which we're going to then put into Miss Cloud, the Storm. Quickly and easily reposition themselves. After any Stormcaller ability, Stormcaller is considered to be flying. So pretty much you use an ability and then you can easily reposition yourself because you don't have to worry about the ground effectively. But it ends at the end of the turn kind of thing. You use an ability, you start flying, you start moving. Yes. Okay, we're almost done. We need 5 more abilities. 5 more abilities, yay! Sears the body. Stormcaller ability that inflicts a shock may instead inflict burning. And we'll call it camaraderie. These storm all controls our own power with these. Any Stormcaller ability grants an ally haste 1. If an ally already has haste, they gain plus 1 haste. Put that up top because haste is very good, and then you can do things like shock and awe to give people haste for a little bit of that. Then if you, okay, actually what we can do is we'll call it lightning, thunder, we'll call it elemental harmony. The Stormcaller has mastered their own, has gained an understanding of their own abilities. If a target is an ally, Stormcaller, actually, any Stormcaller ability now has the option to not apply the shock. Do not apply the shock condition. So what that means is that you can move around a little bit more. You have a little bit more leeways to use abilities like shock and awe. Because if you use shock and awe, then you get some cooler things where it's like, oh, controlled chaos, everyone gets haste now around you. A little bit of damage, but everyone gets haste. So Thunderclapper, we're going to give this is their more offensive tree, but we also want to put a little bit of defense in there. We want to put that, actually we want to give them something supporty here. Shock tactics. Storm call. The storm call strikes fear into their enemies. Any target adjacent to the storm caller when they use any storm caller ability gains fear. We'll call it liqueur. Sweet liqueur. Stormcaller's presence helps motivate and inspire their allies. Any Stormcaller ability grants all allies within sight a +1 to their AP region. Alright, we are done. We managed to get through every single class. We managed to write 216 passives, over 100 active abilities, but we wrote them all. They're all done. I no longer have to think about this too hard. Now what I get to go do is go through every single one of these and find all the little parts and pieces I put in and then write them down. Then I also get to work on the dungeon tactics bit, or the actual book, and then I get to put them all in the book. That is for another time. So, thank you all for watching. Godspeed, good luck. Class Warfare is finally done. Tomorrow we're going to be working on equipment. Equipment's going to be fairly simplistic. Overall, I mean, it's not going to be exactly a brain turner. It's literally going to be a bunch of very linear... why are people trying to update things they shouldn't? It's going to be a lot of very linear upgrades to basic equipment with some basic concepts of like, hey, you can put in some, give people special abilities and stuff like that with special equipment. All right, so overall, thank you all very much. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck.